wishing you all an amazing weekend. Love y'all. Just get through whatever you need to get through to get there. The more that you are of light, the more you can fall. So just remember, the brighter you are, the more illumination that you have walked into, the further you can fall when you fall. So, keep the progression, keep the greatness. Remember, greatness, amazing. Think of those big title words in your life. Keep them in your life. Shoot for the stars. Reach high, even when you're down at the lowest. So remember, everything's possible. You can come out of any darkness. You can come out of any situation. Anything is possible. So just keep that faith, keep that light in your darkness. We all go through darkness. We all have darkness. Even a lot of us that think that we're not in darkness, we're in darkness. Our minds, just one sway this way, from the gospel, you're in darkness. So just remember that. And I love y'all. And just keep grinding, I walked out of the desert, the barren desert, to kind of get where I'm at right now. So, and it happened quick. But I've gone against, and I had to have faith with it. So faith brought me. Faith is the ticket. If you ain't got faith, you can't progress, because you're not real. You're not the truth. You're not 100%. So you got to have that faith. That faith is your light. That faith is your light to take you anywhere, to take you there, to take you to the promised land, to have you eternal rest. That God grant us mercy. And remember, bam, just like that. The millisecond that we're gone, God's mercy is done. Boom. Throughout our stages of life, God has mercy on us. But the moment we're gone, mercy is done. Boom. Justice. And therefore, so love y'all, man. God bless y'all.